Requests for emotional support animals on campus are on the rise. While furry friends are the most common, some students find comfort in animals a little more cold-blooded. IU NewsNet's Haley Miller has the story. If you're interested in applying for an emotional support animal in student housing, contact Residential Programs and Services. Just don't try bringing a slithering snake to class with you.
I'll leave the emotional support snake to you, Austin.
They look nice in the zoo, but I feel like if I had one around my neck, it would be awfully stressful. Indiana men's soccer returned home to Bill Armstrong Stadium on Sunday to face off against the Yale Bulldogs, looking for their first win of the year. The Hoosiers had by far their best start of the season, and they were rewarded within the first 20 minutes when a penalty kick was given after Michael Messi went down in the box. Although the penalty was reviewed, the referee confirmed his decision, and Tommy Mahalik stepped up and scored. It wouldn't be Mahalik's first goal of the day, but it also wasn't supposed to be him originally to take the penalty.
It was kind of down to Nessie and him, and actually initially it's told Nessie, and Nessie actually gave it to Tommy. And part of it was a scout thing, and Nessie didn't want to necessarily do what he normally does, so he said, hey, Tommy, it's you. So I thought that was really good for the team.
Already without Collins, Aduro, Indiana was one man shorter when Justin Weiss went down early on in the second half and was subbed off.
Justin, he could have kept going, but he knows that we have some guys to put in, and he's just have a little bit of a calf, not a strain, it's more of a contusion. Both should be available for Wednesday.
Without Weiss or Aduro in the match, Indiana turned to junior midfielder Seth Stewart.
Really liked what Seth brought. I mean, we really wanted to keep the tempo hot, and knowing that his pressing, we've been kind of waiting to use him, and I thought it was the perfect opportunity. Weiss was obviously a little banged up. Put him in, and he had a really good performance. I didn't expect to go 45 with him.
Indiana kept pushing for a second goal, and none other than Tommy Mahalik found the back of the net after a great ball from Sam Sarver. Mahalik now has 3 goals on the year, already surpassing his total from last year. And by that point after the hour mark, the Hoosiers were in cruise control. Indiana kept its first clean sheet of the year and were rewarded with their first win. Next up for Indiana, they travel to Butler on Wednesday in Indianapolis. For the Hoosier Network, I'm Austin Platt. Indiana 13, Iowa 7 in a battle of teams with identical records here in the Big Ten. Thanks for joining us here on this Tuesday evening as the Hoosiers are back here inside Assembly Hall for the first time in 2 weeks since they were beaten by their arch rivals, Purdue. And Indiana has the basketball after Trey Galloway called the timeout. A very rare turnover by the Hawkeyes as they were inbounding under their own basket after fast break points. Indiana leading by 6 now have the ball in their cream uniforms. Johnson, Ware, Walker, Mbako, and Galloway on the floor. Malik Renew still in the locker room, and a non-contact injury about 2.5 minutes in. Ware down low, double team, got shoved out of bounds, but got the ball out of his hands in time. Galloway now to Walker, skip pass, Mbako, 3 ball, far wing, wouldn't go, but the putback dunk from Ware. Khalil Ware, a welcome sight for Indiana fans now that he is back, and with a bang as well. Now gets a block on the other end as he rejected Creaky's shot. Now Perkins with it. Near wing, Sanford at the top. Bounce pass to the elbow for Creaky. Now off a screen, Dix nearly traveled with it. He's got 6 left on the timer. He's working on Walker in the battle of players who wear 4. Tough step back jumper. He missed everything, and Ware collects the rebound before it's a shot clock violation. Quickly the other way, Galloway, Euro step in the lane, and got it back to Johnson, who tried to bounce it inside to Anthony Walker, but that ball was kicked out of bounds.
Once again, it's just the energy for Indiana right now, getting those loose balls, getting the offensive rebound right there, and limiting Iowa from shooting threes on the defensive side of things is very big right now, too.
3 of 10 right now, Iowa shooting, just 1 for 2 from beyond the arc. Bounce pass in the corner for Mackenzie Mbako. He'll try a 3 as he looks right over Sanford. He missed it. Nearly missed everything. Perkins grabs the rebound on the far side. Perkins averages right around 4 rebounds a game. Now a 3 ball right in front of the Indiana bench is good from Josh Dix. He leads the team at 48%. And there are those 3-pointers. Iowa can make them quickly. And now it's a 15-10 lead for Indiana. 14.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Hoosiers are without Malik Renew right now. He's actually walking back on crutches as I say that. Lob inside for Ware. He thought about a pass outside, but instead spun to his right and finished from the left block. Ware already with 2 baskets, and Indiana the lead back up to 7. Perkins dribbling the other way for Iowa in front of Xavier Johnson. Now finds Patrick McCaffrey, one of the sons of Fran. Sanford at the Big Ten logo in the lane. Passed it down low, a quick spin move. And the layup, I should say, is good from Owen Freeman as he spun right past Khalil Ware from the left block to the right block and finished it with his right hand. Freeman averages right around 11 points a game.
He's so shifty, too, down low. He combines speed and size really well, and that's how he gets to the basket.
17-12, Indiana leads. Mbako dribbling. Looks like a bit of a zone here for Iowa. Johnson had it in the middle of the zone, but he lost it, got it right back. Now a skip pass from Galloway to Mbako, who drives baseline. He had it stripped away by Freeman. Now here come the Hawkeyes the other way. Perkins speeds it out. Dix, catch and shoot three. Wouldn't go, off the heel. Rebounded to the hands of Mbaka. Now Indiana wants to push the tempo. Pass ahead to Galloway. Thought about a dunk, but instead laid it in with his right hand. This is a fast-moving game. Indiana up 19-12, 7 minutes in. Now a blocking foul called against Anthony Walker as he was charged into by Ben Cricky, the Valpo transfer who was on the MVC conference first team last season. As he got Walker, who wasn't set, and Walker picks up his first foul.
Yeah, that's a good call, especially now with the rule changes to charge block in college basketball.
Missouri Valley Conference, that is. Quickly off the inbound, a catch-and-shoot three is good from Sanford. He already has 2 threes on the game, averages right around 40%, and he's averaging 14 points a game. There are 4 players on this Iowa team that average in double figures. Now it's a 19-15 lead for Indiana. Just over 7 minutes gone here in this first half as Indiana looks to get back in the win column after losing their last 3. Galloway will try a 3 from the near wing. Wouldn't go, strong off the heel. Ball batted up into the air off the top of the backboard. It'll be Iowa basketball as Anthony Walker frustratingly just volleyball spiked it onto the floor. And now Anthony Leal checks in the game for Indiana. Mackenzie Mbako will sub out.
I like what Leal's brought to Indiana the last few games. He's been hurt and coming off that injury and also being someone who didn't really get any meaningful minutes a season ago. But just being a defensive, stable option for Indiana this season. It passes the ball really well, doesn't turn the ball over. Not going to be a real threat to score.
It's the second straight game that he has been the first guard off the bench for Indiana. We've seen usually that's been the role of Gabe Cupps. Patrick McCaffrey dribbles with it. Now Tony Perkins on the near wing. Dribbling against Anthony Leal. Goes against the body and down low, but Leal made him take a tough shot and then grabbed the rebound right from underneath him. Galloway, quick catch and shoot 3. Wouldn't go. Rebound tapped around. McCaffrey brings down the rebound. Hawkeyes the other way, trailing by 4 with 8 minutes left here in the first half. Moving from left to right in their road black jerseys with yellow numbering and lettering. Sanford dribbling on the right low block against Galloway, had it tapped out. It came all the way to the Sante Bowen, pardon me. That was Laji Dembele. Now he'll try a 3, it went in and out. Oohs and ahs from the Indiana crowd as they thought that one would fall, but Indiana still with a 4-point lead. Xavier Johnson dribbling to his left, penetrating. Quick pass down low into the painted area was intended for Ware, but it was poked away by Dembele, and now McCaffrey can go the other way. Indiana turning the ball over already a few times today. 3 ball on the way from Perkins. That wouldn't go. Walker skies for the rebound. He had it, then lost it, but it'll be Indiana basketball. As we've reached the second media timeout, 11:28 remaining in the first half. Indiana with a 4-point lead, 19-15 over a team they've lost to the past 4 times, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Alongside Ben Haller,